I was maybe 8 or 9 and I started folding paper ships. At some point I developed the obsession to make the smallest ship in the world. I made a huge collection and then I basically made like paper ships of the size of like a rice corn. I always found something and then I executed it really in repetition until I somehow felt like the project was finished. My background is initially in fashion and I worked as designer and design manager, but on some point I just really noticed that I could not really stand behind the process of like constantly bringing new collections, new pieces all the time. It was almost like an avalanche that you could not stop anymore. I was missing something like super essential, and that was actually working really creatively. I'm a Gemini, and I think that's also a bit like actually what comes through in my character, that I really have a bit like two sides or like two kind of personalities. I'm quite extrovert and I'm very curious and I'm like always basically on the go, like doing 50,000 things, which can also sometimes be quite chaotic. I always have to like run errands between my house and the studio and my storage. I'm always just longing for like the moment that I can go back to my to the studio and just work there on my ceramics. Usually I have a hard time to kind of like switch off. In my daily life I constantly think of all the next 10 things I need to do, and somehow magically when I'm at the studio I don't, it just stops. What it meant for me was that I actually, when I started working with the ceramics, with the coiling technique, it's quite a repetitive, calming process, which somehow helped me to completely slow me down and shut off my thought process, and I can just actually, like in the repetition, it became my meditation. I somehow get lost in it, and I really like that feeling, that I somehow stop thinking. I'm not that much looking for perfection. I like that you can see the process actually, the handmade traces. I'm always looking for the minimal essence, like a sereneness. It's basically me trying to gather all my ideas and figure out the essence of it and show this in my designs. I want people to somehow feel a connection to the pieces I'm making, and I also do like if people really see the handmade process behind those pieces and also can appreciate it. But then I think, and that's maybe also because of my background, that I do really enjoy to make pieces that in the end also have a function. It somehow really saved my creativity. I see somehow where it leads me and where I should go without the pressure of having to produce like a certain kind of shape or a certain kind of object.